This is Algebra 2, Worksheet 3.5. In this video, I'm going to go over numbers 6, 7, 8, and 9, which is dealing with a word problem that involves an absolute value graph. Mr. Mingo plays trumpet in a jazz quartet, which has just released its first album. His producer estimates that the album sales can be projected by the equation S equals the -2 times the absolute value of t minus 20 plus 40, where S represents sales, and if we look at the graph, there's our vertical y-axis representing sales in thousands, and t represents time. There's our x-axis, horizontal time, in weeks. Number 6, graph the function to represent the album's sales. Label any key points. Now the first thing we're looking for the graph when we have this absolute value equation is the vertex. The vertex, to get the vertex, the x-coordinate comes from inside this absolute value symbol. This is the h value. And remember that whatever's inside the symbol changes the sign. So if it's a -20 here, it's +20 for your x-coordinate here. Then 40, this number outside, does not change. That's our y-coordinate for the vertex. So at 20, we're at 16. Looks like we're going 2, 4, 6, 8. We're going by 2's here. 16, 18, 20. There's the x-coordinate. And then up to 40, right there, boom. There's our vertex. Now because it's a negative in front, that means this absolute value graph will point downwards. Remember that the -2, the a value, kind of almost works like slope, where it's a rise over run. Now here, with the rise over run, -2, it goes down 2 and over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. Now it'll do the same thing on the other side, but usually with slope we would just graph a line, but here with the absolute value we're going down to left 1, down to left 1, whoops, down to left 1. So our graph, I get my trusty ruler, will look like this. So there is our absolute value graph. So we've graphed it in number 6. Number 7 says, how many albums will be sold in the second week? At 2 looks like we're about right here. Now this again is 2, 4, 6, 8. This represents weeks. So here's the second week. And our height here is right here. So it looks like 2, 4, 6, 8. It looks like this is also 2. So remember in sales, the sales were in thousands. So that would be 2,000. Now if you don't want to use the graph, you can always just take the time and plug it in here. The second week means that t value would be 2, and you can plug it in, multiply it out, and you should also get that. For number 8, what is the maximum number of albums sold? The maximum number is the highest point on the graph, which is right here, which is at 40. And then remember that 40 is in thousands, so that would be 40,000. In what week did this occur? Straight down here. And this, remember, was above the 20, so that's at the 20th week. Oh, whoops, I wrote that in the wrong place. 20th week. When sales of the new album cease, in other words, the cease means it stops, his producer will terminate the quartet's contract. When will this happen? Now, to understand what's going in the graph, this is before the album's released. Now, as it's released, it's really popular, keeps selling, keeps selling. This is an increase in sales. Now, it peaks here, and then people kind of get tired of the album and they stop buying it, and the sales keep dropping, dropping, dropping. Now, when it hits 0, it hits right here. This is saying that there are 0 sales. Now you can't, if I go down here, that's going to be negative. You can't sell negative copies. So this is where the sales will actually stop. And this is 32. Remember, they're going by 2s. 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. So this is at the 40th week. How do you know? The coordinates tell you. The coordinates are 40 and 0, and that 0 tells us that there are no sales during that time.